Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So even in today's class we are continuing the multiple choice questions from the chapter fractions and decimals. In the previous classes we have already covered questions from 1 to 30. So let us start from 31st question for today. Choose the correct option for 50.203. Now what is this? Our decimal number given is 50.203 and we have to choose the correct option, that is choose the correct expanded form here. Here 50 is the whole number, so we will write the 50 as it is plus, and then we are having 2. Yes children, 2 is in which place? 2 is in tens place, that is 2 into 1 by 10, that will be nothing but 2 by 10. So 2 will be our 2 by 10 plus 0, so we'll leave 0 as it is. Then we have 3. 3 is in thousands place. 3 is in thousands place. So the value would be 3 into 1 by 1000. That is nothing but 3 by 1000. So what is the answer for this children? 50, the whole number as it is. 2 is nothing but 2 by 10 here, as it is a decimal value. Then we are having 0. Then 3 is in thousands place. Its value is 3 by 1000. So 50 plus 2 by 10 plus 3 by 1000 is the correct option. That is nothing but option C. Yes, 50 plus 2 by 10 plus 3 by 1000 is the correct option for the given decimal number 50.203. Next question 32. Which one of the following is the equivalent decimal of 623.523? Now when it comes to equivalent decimal children, if you remember what we have learned, suppose if we have a decimal number 1.5, if I add zeros to the right of the decimal part or to the left of the whole number part, see 1.50 is nothing but 1.5 only. In the same way 1.500 is also nothing but 1.5 only. So for the whole number part, no matter how many zeros we add to the left side, it's okay. And for the decimal part, no matter how many zeros we add to the right side, it is also okay. The value will not change. So for the given decimal number 623.523, which will be the equivalent decimal? Option A. See, all the numbers are the same, 623.523. They have just added 2 zeros to the right side of the decimal part. Just now as we have discussed, the right side of the decimal part, even though we have zeros, the value will not be changed children. The value will be equal. Yes, so option A becomes our correct answer. Next question 33. 215.082 and 215.0B3 are two decimals. Which one of the following is not true? So what are they saying? They have not given us the complete decimal number. See, one digit is missing. They have given us alphabets A and B. Now coming to the first option, if A is equal to B, let us take 25.012 and then 215.013. In place of A and B, I have written 1. Not only 1, you can write any number you want, but both should be same, because here A is equal to B. Now here A is equal to B, so is the first number less than the second number? Is 215.012 less than 215.013? Yes. So the first number is less than our second number. So option A is true. But what do we want here? We want the option that is not true. Option A is true. Next, coming to option B. If A is greater than B. So for A I will take 2. For B I will take 1. Okay children. This is 022 and this is 013 here now. Then is the first number greater than the second number? Yes, see, we are having 2 here, we are having 1. 2 is greater than 1, so the first number is greater than the second number. Again option B is also true. Coming to option C. If A is less than B. Now in place of A I'll write 1 and in place of B I'll write 2. A should be less than B. Yes. Now if A is less than B, then first number is less than the second number. Is it true, children? Yes. See here, 1 is less than 2. So the first number becomes less than our second number. Option C is also true. Now coming to option D. If A is equal to B, then both the decimals will be equivalent decimals. Again, if we take both 1, or you can take 4 also, it's your wish, children. You can take any number, but you should write the same number for both A and B. Now are these two equivalent decimals? No. See, the first decimal is 215.042 and the second decimal is 215.043. Here the values are different in the thousands place. So the given two decimals are not equivalent decimals. So option D becomes our correct answer, as it is our false statement. Option D is our correct answer. Next question 34. P is the extreme right digit of a decimal. If the place value of P is P by 1000, how many decimal places does the decimal have? Now P is the extreme right digit. That means if we have a number, say 15.1843, now this last digit to the right is our P here, children. Okay, understood. Okay, it is our last digit and it is in which place? 1 by 1000. That means it is in thousandths place. Understood? So this means that our decimal number has, suppose tens ones, we don't know how many places it has in the whole number part, but in the decimal part we know for sure that it's having tenths, hundreds and thousands place. Yes, this is our last digit. They are saying that this thousandths digit is the last digit in the decimal number. So how many decimal places does it have, children? Can you count and tell me? Yes, so the number is having 3 decimal places here. Understood? This is the last digit. So how many digits are there here? We are having 3 digits or 3 decimal places in the given decimal number. Option C, 3 becomes our correct answer. If it was 1 by 100, then the decimal number would have 2 decimal places. Okay, so like this, depending on the question, your answer will change. Next question 35. Jack is saying that when we multiply a decimal number by 10, we get an equivalent decimal of that decimal. Now John is saying that when we multiply a decimal by 10, its value is changed. Equivalent decimals have same value, therefore we cannot find an equivalent decimal by multiplying the decimal by 10. Who is correct? Now first, what is the equivalent decimal? Just now we have discussed that. Suppose 1.5 and 1.50. These two are equivalent decimals. Yes, 1.50 is nothing but equal to 1.5. Yes, children. So this is an equivalent decimal. How can we find an equivalent decimal? By adding a 0 to the right side of the decimal part. Yes, so this is our equivalent decimal. But when we multiply a given decimal number by 10, 1.5 into 10, the answer would be 15. Yes, the decimal number was 1.5 and the product is 15. Now, are these two equivalent decimals? No, right? Yes, so when we multiply a decimal number by 10, its value changes. But for equivalent decimals, the value is same. So, who is correct? Jack is wrong. When we multiply, we do not get equivalent decimal. John is correct. Why? Because when we multiply a decimal by 10, its value changes. So we cannot find an equivalent decimal by multiplying the decimal by 10. Option B, John is correct. Next question 36. Add the following decimals. We are having 4 decimals here. Let us write them one below the other and then add. Yes, children, while adding the decimal numbers, it's important that we place our decimal numbers carefully. Yes, one below the other in the same place values. 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 8 18, 18 plus 4 22, 2 carried. Am I doing it correctly? 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 8 18, 18 plus 4 is 22. 2 carried, 9 plus 2 11, 11 plus 4 15, 15 plus 6 is 21, 21 plus 3 is 24. 4 here, 2 carried, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 0 4, 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 2 10, 0 here, 1 carried, 2 8 10 18, 8 here, 1 carried, again 1 plus 3 4 5, and then lastly we have 5. 158.042 is our answer here. Okay, but it's not given in the option, so we'll assume that it's a printing mistake. Okay, somewhere either in the question or in the given options a mistake has been done, so we did not get the correct we did not get the answer which is matching the given options, but 158.04 is our correct answer. Okay children. Question number 37. Find the value of A if A is equal to 331.000. This is minus 96.042. So what should we do to find out the value of A children? We have to subtract these two numbers, 331.000 minus 96.042. Now 0 minus 2 is not possible, so we'll borrow 10, 9 and this becomes 0. 10 minus 2 8, 9 minus 4 5, 9 minus 0 9, point, again 0 minus 6 is not possible, borrowing. 10 minus 6 4, 2 minus 9 is not possible, so again borrow. 12 minus 9 3 and 2. 234.958 is our decimal here, and it's the value of A. Option C becomes our correct answer. Next question 38. 0.02002 into 10 to the power of 4 is equal to 200.2. Now what is this 10 to the power of 4? That means 10 is multiplied 4 times. What is 10 to the power of 4 children? 10 is multiplied 4 times. 10 into 10 100, and again here 10 into 10 100. 100 into 100 is equal to 10,000. Yes, we are having 4 zeros. So 10,000. Now when we have multiplied the given decimal by 10,000, what happened here? See, the numbers are same 2002, but the decimal point has changed. The place of the decimal point has changed. It has moved 4 digits to the right. Yes or no? It has come here. Yes, it has moved 4 digits to the right, children. So what do we understand from this? When we multiply a decimal number, by 10, 100 or 1000, wherein we have certain number of zeros, so the decimal point will move number of digits to the right equal to the number of zeros. Here we are having 4 zeros, so the decimal point has moved 4 digits to the right. In the given expression, 0.02002 is multiplied by 10 to the power of 4, and thus the product is 200.2. Yes, Jack replaces 10 to the power of 4 by P, thus he finds the product and gets changed, and it becomes 2.002. Now find the value of P. What are they saying here? See, here what did we multiply the number with? We multiplied it with 10 to the power of 4. But what did our Jack do? Now instead of this 10 to the power of 4, he multiplied by P. After multiplying, the result is 2.002. The original number was this. When multiplied by P, the answer is 2.002. Now what is the value of P? What is the value of P? Now if you observe, the decimal point has moved 2 places to the right. Yes, see here we have got the decimal point now after multiplying. Now when we multiplied by 10 to the power of 4, the decimal point moved 4 places to the right. Now here the point has moved only 2 places. So we have multiplied it with what, children? 10 to the power of 2. Yes, understood. 10 to the power of 2 is nothing but 10 into 10 is equal to 100. 100 has 2 zeros, so the point has moved 2 digits to the 2 places to the right. So the value of P is option B, 10 to the power of 4, 10 to the power of 2, nothing but our 100. Now next question 39. By what number should 4562.2 should be divided to obtain the decimal? Well, 4.5622. Now just now what did we learn? When we multiply a decimal number by 10, 100 or something which has zeros in it. So depending on the number of zeros, the decimal point will move. Here we have 2 zeros, so the decimal point will move 2 digits from the right. Before it was after 1, now it will be after 6, 2 digits to the right. In the same way, when we when we divide a given decimal number by 10, 100 or something, multiplication is the opposite of division. Yes, division is the opposite of multiplication. So here in 100 we are having 2 zeros. The decimal point will move 2 digits to the left. When we divide it, we will get 1.5156. Understood, children? When we multiply, the decimal point moves to the right. When we divide, the decimal point moves to the left, depending on the number of zeros. So here we have divided this number by something, so that the answer is this much. Now can you tell me how many places has the decimal moved? It has come here 1, 2, 3. The decimal has, or the point has moved 3 places to the left. That means the number that we have divided here has 3 zeros. 1000 is the answer. When the decimal number 4562.2 is divided by 1000, we will get the decimal 4.5622. Understood? When we divide it by 1000, 1000 has 3 zeros. So the decimal point will move 3 digits to the left, 3 places to the left. Option C, 1000 becomes our correct answer. Next question 40. Which one of the following is true for 0.45 into 100 into 56? Now we are having 3 numbers here which we have to multiply together. Yes, for our easiness or for our simplicity, or to simplify it, let us multiply 2 numbers first. 0.45 into 100. Just now we have discussed, when we multiplied, the the decimal point moves to the right here. Here we are having 100, that is 2 zeros. So the point will move 2 digits to the right. That means the point is to be placed after 45. So the new decimal number is 45.0, or simply we can write it as 45. So this is 45. Now we have to multiply 45 by 56. 56 into 45. 5 6 are 30. 0 here 3 carried. 5 5 are 25 plus 3 28. Now for the next line, first we have to place the 0. Yes, children. 4 6 are 24. 4 here 2 carried. 4 5 are 20 plus 2 22. Adding the partial products, 0. 8 plus 4 12, 1 carried, 5 and 2. 2520 is our correct answer, that is option D. The multiplication of these 3 numbers together gives us this product. Next question 41. The list below shows the names of the students who are in the environmental club. One student will be chosen at random. Now what fraction of the names are starting with alphabet A? First let us find out the students whose names start with alphabet A. We have Ananya, Anil and Anushka. In total there are 3 students whose names start with the alphabet A. So that will be our numerator divided by what will be the denominator, children? Denominator will be the total number of students. 4 plus 4, 8. So 8 will be our denominator and 3 will be our numerator. So this fraction represents the number of names starting with the alphabet A. Option B, 3 by 8 is our correct answer. Next question 42. We are having two figures. When we add these two, they are asking us to find out the sum. It is nothing. There are two ways to solve this. Okay. See, in the both are the same figures. Yes, children, same number of parts. Here one is already shaded and in the other figure another part is shaded. So if we combine these two, what will be the combined figure? 2 are shaded out of 4. 2 by 4 becomes our correct answer. When we combine these two, together, we get the 2 are shaded out of 4. Or simply, we can write the fractional form. First is 1 by 4. Again, second figure also represents 1 by 4. When we add these two fractions together, adding the numerators divided by the denominator, 1 plus 1, 2 divided by 4. So even after taking the fractions and adding, we got 2 by 4 as our answer. So option B, 2 by 4 is our correct answer. Understood, children? Next question 43. What fraction of the figure is unshaded? Now here we are having the figure. What should we find out? The fraction of the figure that is unshaded. So first let us count the number of unshaded blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are unshaded divided by what are the total number of blocks? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 is the total number of square. 13 becomes our denominator. Yes, children, 7 by 13 is the fraction that represents the part of the figure that is unshaded. If we make this as 7 by 13 here, option C becomes our correct answer. Yes, 7 is the total number of unshaded parts divided by 13, which is the total number of parts in the figure. Next question 44. If x minus 7 by 19 is equal to 5 by 19, then find out x. What is this? Suppose if I have if dash minus 7 is equal to 5. Now how will you find out this, children? Yes, we will add these two together. Yes or no? We will add the subtrahend. Sorry, we will add the minuend. So we will add the subtrahend and the difference. We are having the subtrahend and the difference. We have to find out the minuend. How will we do that? We will add the subtrahend and difference. 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. In the same way here, to find out our fraction, which is a minuend, we have to add both the difference and the subtrahend. 5 by 19 is the difference plus 7 by 19 is our subtrahend. When we add these two together, the given two fractions are already like fractions, so we can go for directly adding them. How will we add it, children? Add the numerators. 5 plus 7 divided by 19 is our common denominator. 5 plus 7 is equal to 12 divided by 19. So 12 by 19 minus 7 by 19 is equal to 5 by 19. Option C, 12 by 19 is our correct answer. If you want, you can cross check your answer as well. 12 by 19 minus 7 by 19. What will the answer be? 12 minus 7 divided by 19. 12 minus 7 is 5 divided by 19. Yes, it's the same as in the given question. So option C, 12 by 19 is our correct answer. And this is how you can check your answer as well. And coming to the last question for today, 3 by 4 of 20 is equal to dash. If you remember, a multiplication of fractions was not covered by us. We have done only addition, sorry, multiplication of fractions is done, right? If you remember from multiplication of fractions, here of means multiply. What are they asking us to find? They are asking us to find out 3 by 4 of 20. Now, as I said earlier, of is nothing but we have to multiply. That means we have to find out 3 by 4 into 20. Yes children, there are two ways to find out the product. First is we have considering the 20 as a whole number. So just multiply the numerator and the whole number divided by the denominator. 3 into 20, 16 divided by 4. It is nothing but 15. 60 divided by 4. We have 4 ones are 4. When we subtract 2 is remaining. 0 brought down. 4 5s are 20. When we subtract 0 is our remainder. So 60 divided by 4 is 15. Now another way to multiply these two numbers is we can make 20 also as a fraction. The whole number 20 can be written as 20 by 1. Yes children, the denominator, as it has no denominator, we can write 1 as well. Now we are having two fractions. How do we multiply two fractions? We get the product of the numerators and also the product of the denominators. 3 into 20, 60 divided by 4. Again when we divide 60 by 4, 15 is our answer. So what is our correct answer children? 15 rupees. Again in the question the number is given in terms of rupees. So it's important that you mention the answer also in rupees. 3 by 4 of 20 rupees is our 15 rupees and that is our option D. I hope this is clear children, and we'll end our today's class here. I hope all the multiple choice questions we have discussed from fractions and decimals are clear for you. Yes, and we'll have one more class children, and with that class we'll wind up all the multiple choice questions from the chapter. Please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for other information regarding online classes, quizzes, live